Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTubers. This is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. And I've got a pretty cool little lesson for you. Okay, class, today we're going to be dealing with splitting kindling, making kindling without cutting your hand up. And I did a video on this. I made a little kindling kracker out of my little Fiskars hatchet. So I'm going to go. What I did after I did that is I got online on YouTube and I looked at all the videos on kindling krackers. And there's guys that would spend hours making it. Welding, grinding, drilling, tapping, cutting, sawing, torching, and then painting it, sanding, blasting it, and painting it. That's something that nobody can do. Very few people can do that. Very few people want to do that. Those guys like it. They're addicted to it. Somebody made one of the firewood splitter, one of the Russian type, Ukraine type springs, bang, bang. Said you have to have a 500-pound base. It weighed so much we had to put it on with a base with a tow motor. You don't need that. You have to have a steel table to hit. No, you don't. A stump. My phone is on a big, huge stump, about 2-foot diameter stump. This is about a 2-foot diameter stump here. Okay, so I looked at all the videos on kindling krackers, and the 4 top awards that I would give out, and I'll do a video on them later. But one of them involved a guy had a rubber bucket, and he drilled and put it onto a block like one of these, railroad block of wood, and he had a wedge in it. Just welded a wedge to a plate steel and put it in there. That was pretty simple. I said, well, I got wedges around here, I could do that. Another guy went one up on him. He took the head of an axe with the, you got the hollow thing where your handle goes. He just put that upright. He put 2 pieces of 2x4 next to it, put 2 bolts through it, bolted it down to the 2x4s. You could throw that on a wood stump, couple of these, what I call, railroad tie. That's what they are, railroad tie things from the sawmill. They're cutoffs, short, too wrong dimension or whatever. And I would give that like number 4 runner up. And then number 2, well, that was number 2. Okay, 4 would be the guy that welded the thing to the little plate and stuck it in a rubber bucket. I like the idea of the bucket because that gave me this idea of the kitty litter thing that I did on the other one. And then this one, I didn't ruin this bucket, it was already destroyed. So I did cut the thing out with some saws. And no, I'm not littering, I got a burn pile over there. I'll show you later. I'll video it. But so I did this and I tested this all out. By the way, on saws all cuts through anything, right? On a power saw, but Milwaukee makes a little hand thing. Very cool. I'm going to do a video on this. I love them. So that's a 6-inch. It's made to hold a 6-inch blade. Well, I thought, heck, at least it's a blade holder for longer blades. Voila. Carbide tip. Go through anything pretty darn quick. Although I cut the thing out so it would actually close. It wouldn't close and lock. So now I can throw it in my bag and I might find something to stick it in, but at least it locks in place. And you get all different kinds of blades. That's like a 6 to 9. It varies from 6 at the base to 9 at the tip or something like that. You get 3 TPI, teeth per inch. And they're very quick. I know this is getting off topic, but too bad. It's my channel. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. There you go. Now I can go 3 teeth per inch for cutting through softer wood. Get in there. Can't be bent. There you go. Fiddly-dee, Millie. I don't know what's wrong with that one. Anyway, great idea. I got this idea from a guy on YouTube that was one of those ultralight hiker guys, and he had a aluminum tubing with stainless steel rings in it to hold the blade in. You tied it in with like paracord. I mean, it's just silly to me, if you ask me. And he said he'd cut cords of wood with it, cords plural, with one of these Diablo carbide blades. I don't really care. I thought, well, there's got to be a handle out there that'll do that, and I found one. I think the Milwaukee's best. There's other ones that make them. Lennox makes one. A lot of tool companies make them. But got that in backwards. No, I didn't. Okay, we're digressing, aren't we? Yes, we are. Bunny trail, bunny trail, bunny trail. Warning, Will Robinson. Something is wrong with it. It's not working. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. But faster than that was this Fiskars gum boy for going through that rubber or anything fast. I'm supposed to only pull on the cut on the pull, but I'll tell you what, it cut on the forward. On that thing, it did. And that comes in a nice case like this. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to open it up like that. I'm tired, it's late. Okay, so I got this S-wing axe at a garage sale one time. It was sitting there, and they didn't have a price on it. I asked the lady, what do you want for that? And she goes, $2, and I was sold. I took it according per Billiken Billy Ray. You can't see it here, but I ground off and sharpened it here on the back, so it makes kind of a spike here. That's why I can just, there's a rock there. Yeah. Standing up works better, but I can just take it and pick a piece of wood up with it pretty easy. Like I said, works better standing up. All right, stand up, Jerry. Okay, boss. Right angle helps too, so I can pick that piece of wood up and put it wherever I want it. Which I want it right there. Okay, I'm going to try to talk loud and clear because I know I'm not facing the camera, and wish I had a microphone. Sorry. Okay, so the runner-up, I think, if I can remember right, the simplest, I'm looking for something, things that are simple, cheap, that anybody can do. And one of the simplest ones was the guy that just bolted the axe head into the 2x4s. But the simplest one was the guy said, hey, before you go buying a Kindling Kracker, watch this. He took a double bit axe and he slammed it down into a stump. That's one thing I tested. I made sure I could do that. And I just slide my bucket on there, and I'm ready to go. Do I need a hammer? Do I need an axe? Do I need a hatchet? Well, I've got one here. I can use the back of the hatchet, but that's hatchet, but that's axe. That's kind of heavy. That's a camp axe. This is a hatchet. If there's knots or unwavy, if the grain's not straight, then it makes it like there's a knot there and a knot there, so that's not going to split that easy. And this is a little bit too heavy for me, but the bucket's going to catch some of the stuff. And that came out. Need a softer piece of wood. Let me see. And level would be nice. Beat it up enough, it'll work. I think you got the idea. So, knots make it harder, and there's a bunch of knots in this stuff. Just don't mash your hand down onto the blade and you're fine. Like I said, I cut my hand pretty bad, thumb and forefinger, when I was doing some of this, and it wasn't fun. So I decided that same day I was going to make me a Kindling Kracker. And that's when I saw all those different kinds on YouTube, and then made that little hatchet one. But I wanted to show you this one because it's pretty brilliant. The reason I'm not doing it on the stump here is because I hit it and it just bounced and rang like steel. Oh, it looks like it. Maybe don't do it in the middle. Same thing with splitting. Hit it at the outside. Oh, there you go. Cool beans. Definitely need a smaller piece of wood. This one's too long and that one's too wide, too thick. You can do it on the corner, take out smaller splinters. Now if you do that, just bang it on through. Got a really nice little piece of kindling. Nice little piece of kindling. I don't know if I'm talking loud enough. Hope I am. I'll try to get a microphone. I need probably a Bluetooth one. I've got headsets. Need to find one that charges up and works, or buy another one. Now, there's one thing I want you to understand. Everybody out there listening to me. A lot of you are women. A lot of you are single. A lot of you are single mothers. Some of you are widows. A lot of you are widows. I want to tell you something. Everything has more than one purpose. This I can split kindling with. I can also split a skull with it. I can use it for self-defense. I can use it for getting firewood. I can use it for making kindling. But it's a hell of a weapon. It's a zombie apocalypse weapon. And it's Est-wing, baby. One of the best things out there. Like I said, I've had this thing for like 40 years. I'm thinking about 40 years. It's still perfectly good. Every stump I hit, even though this one bounced off. Oh, it's not bouncing off now. This thing really buries in there because of the weight of the head. A little bit heavy. It's not a splitting hatchet by any means. It's an axe. It's not a splitting axe by any means, but I can bury it in there where it's kind of hard to get it out. But this one, multiple purpose. That's, see, listen to that. I could not get that to stick in there. Must have been at the wrong angle. Oh yeah, that's in there, baby. Now we can make some kindling. I'll do a couple more just for kicks. Shits, grins, and giggles. Knot there and a knot there. So just go on the other side. Just go to one side of the knot. Don't try to split through the knot. Makes life a lot easier. I miss it just to the left. Just to the right. There's a knot there. I'll go right there. There's a little round. No, I don't think you can see it there. I'm not gonna. I'll go to the right of it. No, I won't. I'll go to the left of it and call it good. Reason for the bucket. You can see that. I like the idea of the bucket. So one of the lessons I like to try to get across to people is think outside the box. If the stump don't work, think outside the block. You know, think inside the block. Use a block. Use something else. Use a softer wood. If you're working with oak, try to find some pine or something if you got to do it. Anyway, that's about it. I think I'm done. Tool, weapon, warmth, shelter, defense, get one. And I mean get one. I'm not just talking about think about it. Go do it. Same thing with these doohickeys here. Diablo blades, carbide tipped. This one I used to cut the tree down with a sawzall, and it was running full speed. And I wasn't terribly impressed. And then I saw this guy saying he could cut through cords of wood with this blade, the same blade he had first invested in. And I'm like, well, shoot. Oh, I was going too fast. When you pull the trigger of the sawzall, it's adjustable. You can go slow or you can go fast. Well, I should have gone slower. So, word to the wise on that one. There's my little one. So you got the little 6-incher that you can carry with you in a pocket or purse all the time and have something you can do some damage with. You could put a 6-inch carbide in there even. need to cut the chain on a golf cart or a, what do you call it, a shopping cart. You can do that. Okay, so anyway, that's amazing. Put me through all that extra work. Set that up so you can see that. Nice sheath. 4 snaps. I want to try to see if somebody can make me a, what do you call them, Kydex one that'll wrap onto a tack or something so I can have it back here and just pull it and yank it out without cutting my neck off. Cut my neck really bad. And be safe. Be safe. I had this set up there. I was trying to work on the camera and I had the chair sitting there and I went to do something, move the chair, went to put it back down, and in my mind I hear, use the bucket this time. I had a bucket sitting here, a 5-gallon bucket with a rotating camp stool lid. Put a toilet seat on it, you got a toilet. Okay, I didn't use the bucket. I sat on the chair, flopped down on the chair, and well, right back here is a stump. And I was stuck on the chair, in the chair, with my back on the stump, and it took me about 15 minutes to get out of that one. Like getting stuck in between the bed and the wall the other day. Don't do that, you're gonna fall. Boom, fell. Listen to that little voice, still small voice. Keep you alive. Alright. This is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. I'm gonna do another video with the saws because my granddaughter wants to help me do that. We're gonna have a scenario set up. We're going to be going up a road and we got to get through and there's a tree in the way. How do you get the tree out of the way? It's too heavy to pull it. You cut it. I don't have anything to cut it with. Yeah, you do, Grandpa. You had the Sawzall blade. Okay, maybe I can do it with that. And then if that don't work, I'll pull out the Sawzall, put it in there and do it. Anyway, okay. This is I'm going to just keep lathering it. Don't move, so now I got to get up. While I was sick and not sleeping, I lost 10 pounds. That was cool. I gotta keep doing that. Not get sick, but not sleeping, but you know, keep exercising, losing weight. I got some good walking shoes. I'm doing more walking. So I got kindling everywhere here, 5 feet away. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cane here would have helped. Cap on so it doesn't go into the ground. Okay, boom, bah, there we go. Okay, this is Jerry Diamond. If you're listening to this, you are the remnant. Come out and help and have fun. We're gonna have a blast.